what is the difference between Taiwan's and Western style of education?
There's a big difference in my opinion. Yes. In South Africa, we only go to school till around 1:30, maybe 2 o'clock.
That's good.
Yes.
And then after 2
Then
o'clock?
you'll have sport activities,
That's
or you'll
good.
have club activities or something like that.
Oh my God, I can switch my country from here to South Africa.
I believe the Taiwan education system is more centered on the teacher inside of the classroom. And the reason is because maybe they have more students.
Mm-hmm.
And the Western education is more student-centered system. Why? Because they have less education and because it's a different environment. I think both of them are fine. The difficult is to find the balance.
In US, for sure, participation is very encouraged.
Mm-hmm.
Taiwan, I guess, not at all. It's not expected, not encouraged.
They're a bit shy, maybe, the students.
And I would say Italy is sort of in between.
I see.
Taiwan is more close to Italy, more academic, I guess.
The Eastern style is becoming more like the Western, or they're trying to incorporate some of the Western style as well. But I would say the main thing is Western style is less exams and studying, and maybe also more outside.
Just from my experience, I could tell that when I grew up in Taiwan, in elementary school, we did a lot of memorizing. It's a lot of content focused. Whereas when I went to Canada, it's more concept, and then they really focus on the basic skills. A lot of practices, but focus on the basic skills. So they wouldn't add on a lot of content without the solid foundation.
We really focus on critical thinking and analyzing issues from multiple perspectives, where there's not necessarily a right or wrong answer, and it's not facts that you're memorized. It's more so about thinking about issues from multiple perspectives and forming arguments and being able to debate those things. So I think that's a really core thing that I really push in my classes to try to teach the students how to do that well.
Having to do with Taiwanese students, they tend to remember things,
Memorize, maybe.
and not making much connection with concepts.
And I noticed how many students don't like to ask questions because that come across as very rude and impolite. If you question the teacher, you're confronting them. Yeah.
Some students, maybe most of the students, they're afraid to raise their hands.
They are super scared to raise
They
their
don't want to
hand.
ask questions. They don't want to join the discussion.
Exactly. They're scared that I might say something wrong. People are gonna look at me as if I'm not smart, or if I want to ask a question, I have to be prepared in case if the teacher branch on and ask more questions.
So it's very different in that sense. And then also in Taiwan, people focus a lot on exams and scores. They want their students to do really well.
I know.
And they want their scores to improve every year and every semester.
How can we make them to enjoy learning?
Well, that's the challenge. I
You
mean,
know what I
it's
mean?
trying.
Not the grades.
Yeah. For me, I think a big part of it is trying to bring passion into the classroom. So when I get really excited about a topic, I try to bring that energy to my students.
Okay.
So rather than approaching it as you need to learn this so that you will get a good grade, it's more about inspiring that desire to learn, that curiosity for them.
Because I guess the thing is like enjoy learning. Because once you enjoy learning and you can feel that you are getting like improved and you improve yourself, and then you want to learn new things. Otherwise, always you are working for or studying for grades.
Right.
You can get like 90, 100, but it doesn't mean that you're gonna be a like perfect person on this society.
Exactly. Some of the most successful people in the world have been the rule breakers who weren't necessarily the ones that were getting good grades in school.
Yes.
And so, like I said, I think that is the big challenge is figuring out a way. And, not all students are going to be intrinsically motivated. That's the reality of the situation. But as educators, doing our best to try to inspire that curiosity of learning in students.